This is the KQ Morning Show. It is Friday, February the 9th. The big game is on Sunday. We just heard That's All, a Genesis song, Phil Collins singing. Did you know Phil Collins played congas on George Harrison's All Things Must Pass album? He was a young guy, and he somehow ended up on the session. Harrison's first solo album, first big solo album. And years later, 30 years later, like the year 2000, Phil Collins saw George Harrison and mentioned to him that he goes, you probably don't remember this, but I played congas on All Things Must Pass on a few of those tracks. I was that kid that didn't say anything because I was so nervous to be there. And George was like, oh, wait, that was you? That's amazing. And he said, and then a few days later, Phil got a tape, and George said they'd gone through he just asked someone to go pull up some master tapes and let's hear what he played. And it was like apparently just god awful. The congas were out of time and it's a mess. And as one song ends, you can hear the musicians and you hear George Harrison say to Phil Spector, "Can we please get another conga player?"
Oh God, that's great.
And Phil Collins is just mortified. He's horrified. And then next time he's talking to George, he says, I don't know what to say to that. But the whole thing was a prank. George completely made the tape so it sounded that way. That wasn't real at all. He went out of his way to go in and record banter after the track so it sounded like it had been sitting there for 30 years. That's good stuff. That's a good prank right there.
Oh God, yeah, what a great sense of humor.
I just Googled Phil Collins with hair. Man, he used to be a hairy SOB back in the 70s. Looked good.
Sure he did.
Yeah.